Well, the mainstream media talking heads are at it again, openly attacking conservatives and calling it journalism. Accuracy in Media President Adam Gullett and attorney Erin Elmore cut through the fake news to give you the facts. Up next.
Sit around and we talk about these things and we want to give this false equivalence to Democrats and Republicans. That is not where we are right now. Republicans are doing something that is very dangerous to our society, and we have to acknowledge that.
Here to talk more about the media's hypocrisy is the president of Accuracy in Media, Adam Gullett, and attorney and Republican strategist Erin Elmore. Great to see you both. Welcome. Don Lemon, he's just the gift that keeps on giving because his attacks on the GOP don't stop there. Adam just mentioned it. Listen to what else he said.
They have a lot to answer for in this moment. A lot to answer for what happened with the former president of the United States. Why they allowed his antics to go on for so long. If they
anything, this is proof that the mainstream media is nothing but tough on Republicans. And, you know, you think back not too long ago, I think we're all old enough to remember how the ratings were much better over at CNN when they had Donald Trump in office. And now they're not doing so well.
Absolutely. And what is he saying that the Republicans need to be accountable for when they have the White House, they have the House, and they have the Senate? There's such a double standard when it comes to the left and the right. This is the network that says that we need to treat Republicans harshly, but they're also the ones that went on TV in Kenosha saying as a building was burning, this is a mostly peaceful protest. So if they didn't have low standards, they'd have none at all. And by the way, I don't think we should call them the mainstream media anymore because they're not mainstream. Newsmax is mainstream, and there's so many social media sites that are pumping out great sources of valuable information that are mainstream. All they are is traditional cable news outlets that can't even keep their CNN Plus streaming network on the air for a month. So what they're doing now is grasping at straws to try to get ratings, but already we know their ratings are so low that barely anyone is watching. And I hate that we even have to talk about them and give them the attention. But hey, we got to have a good laugh here in the 9 p.m. hour sometimes.
Yeah, we certainly do. And, you know, of course, we can't talk about the media without mentioning their patron saint, Dr. Fauci, who's back in the news this week. He announced, of course, we mentioned earlier that he plans to finally retire from his government post at the end of Biden's term, which who knows if that's going to be 6 months or a couple of years from now. But in classic Fauci fashion, he mentioned it in a high-profile magazine interview. I mean, Adam, are we sure he's going to be able to retire? Because he really cannot seem to stay away from the spotlight. And in that interview, there was a lot that came from it. He also says that he's prepared for potential attacks that could come from a GOP-controlled House or Senate next year, which, you know, we're most likely going to see. But that wasn't a factor, apparently, in his retirement. And he said, I quote, "They're going to try and come after me anyway. I mean, probably less so if I'm not on the job. I don't make that a consideration in my career decision." You know, I don't know. It honestly just sounds like he's running scared. And if that wasn't a consideration, why is he even mentioning it?
Exactly. So what this sounds like is, on one hand, we have Fauci, the megalomaniac who's addicted to the media, so he doesn't want to retire. And on the other hand, he knows he's been lying to the American people, and we've caught him. Rand Paul's done an excellent job of showing us that. Remember when he tried to tell us that we had to wear 1 mask, 2 masks, and goggles? He also said that if you get the vaccine, transmission stops here. So are these lies going to come out in the midterms when Republicans, by the grace of God, sweep everything? So I think he's really sitting there thinking, well, gee, I'm addicted to the spotlight, but hey, I don't want to be called a liar publicly. Maybe I should preserve my legacy and just walk away with my tail between my legs and quietly.
Yeah, or maybe MSNBC comes offering him a job alongside Jen Psaki. We'll see how this plays out, but certainly we know he has a future somewhere in the legacy media. Adam Gullett, Erin Elmore, always great to see you both. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, great to see you.
Thank you for having me.